Hi.
Setting up your meeting for custom screen.
I'm gonna make a cup of coffee.
Okay. All right.
I got my drink right here already.
My meetings. Well, how come I don't see us though is the problem. All right. This meeting is being live streamed, so we already on.
Good.
Hey, you guys, welcome to the Spicy Divorce Party Planner TV show. I'm your host, Spice. And my lovely co-host over here, Delia, which says Zoom user. We gotta help her with her name. We're live, you guys, so bear with us. We always have to encounter like technical issues on here, but we are here and we have a lovely guest by the name of Cynthia G. She's my friend. She's a streamer from Vivo and other platforms. She's a mother of 5. She's a new business owner and she's very unique person, very creative. So we're going to interview her. If you guys have any questions, since this is a live interview, you guys could drop the questions like on Facebook, YouTube, and if we see them, we'll answer the questions for you. All righty. Let's see. So
There. I'm on my ring now.
okay. So Cynthia, we have a lot of questions for you. You ready for us?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one is, you were single for a very long time before you got married. Did you ever feel like you were never going to get married again? Or you're never going to get married?
I did. I had a few engagements where I was engaged like for a little bit, but the guy cheated on me and we ended up breaking up. And I had things where I was with a guy where I date him and things didn't work out. I never thought that I would find that person that complete me. Never. Until I met my husband.
Oh, that's nice. Because I think a lot of the women, we feel the same way. Like we've been single for so long. We're like, oh, I guess I'm just be single for the rest of my life.
I was actually, after my last engagement, before I met my husband, I was actually gearing up to be single for the rest of my life because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I didn't want to go through the ups and downs in relationships. I didn't want to deal with the cheating. I didn't want to deal with the lying. I didn't want to deal with any of it anymore. So I was ready to just be done with it and just be over it all.
Okay. All right. Luckily, she found someone. We're gonna get into how they did, and just by hearing that, ladies, did you guys hear that? So even though we think like it's time to just throw in the white tail, there's still hope for us. There's still hope. What do you think changed? Was it you or the people you started dating? So how did this all come about? How did you find your husband?
I gave up.
Okay.
I stopped looking. For a while there, I was just like, well, I don't want to be alone. And I was in this mentality where I didn't want to be alone. So I thought I had to look. And I thought that that's what it was. I didn't want to have to live with my mother for the rest of my life because that's where I was living, was with my mom. I didn't want to have to be in that environment anymore. So I felt like I had to look. And at that point, I gave up. Before I met my husband, I'm just like, I'm done. I washed my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I was finished. That was the mentality I was in. It was just like, whatever.
So how did he appear in your life then?
I was sitting on Moco Space, which was an app. I think it still is. I don't know. I haven't looked in many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And he messaged me out of nowhere and asked me how my day had been. And I actually blew up. Told him how my day went because at the time I was trying to sell my wedding dress from the previous relationship that I had been in. And I was pissed off that I had to sell this wedding dress. And I just really kind of unloaded on him like the first second I met him. And he took it. He took it. And he unloaded on me on what he was going through with his soon-to-be ex-wife. And we became friends.
Mm-hmm.
We became really good friends. And that's where it just started.
All right, so they're friends on Moco Space. I've heard
That's
of Moco Space, but
beautiful.
I haven't used that one. That is beautiful.
I love that.
That is nice. I think that is how it happens sometimes when you're not looking. That's what they always say. That's when they appear.
I told you, Spice.
They do, and then sometimes we're not ready. It's our own fault too. That's a whole other story. Okay.
Another program.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Do you have any advice on how to make a household run smoothly? Because we know you're a mother of 5. Is it organization? Is it communication? Are there rules?
Mine is basically rules. We have to respect each other. If you don't respect each other and everybody else's space and the things that belong to other people, you can't run a household smoothly. You have to be able to talk to each other and respect other people's feelings on what's going on.
Mhm.
Because we have so many different personalities that go through my house.
Oh God,
It's like a mesh of so many crazies sometimes that there's yelling and screaming, and sometimes you feel like you're going insane.
Mhm. Mhm.
But if they weren't respecting each other's feelings, sometimes it's the worst situation.
Okay. Okay, so rules, you guys. Some people don't respect rules. That's a whole other show.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. Like, how do you deal with that? A lot of people nowadays, they have the mentality that it's better not to get married because a lot of them are worried about, like, especially fellas, they're worried like the woman's going to get half of their income. Do you believe that there are more positives to being married than single, or do you think it's better to be single than married?
I think you have to choose wisely. I think you have to get to know the person that you're with before you jump into being married to them, and truly know them before you marry them, instead of just jumping into something, because people nowadays jump into relationships without truly knowing who they're in a relationship with. I think that's what stems from being friends with somebody first, comes in handy, because I knew his quirks. I knew who he was. I knew who he was with his kids versus not any of this beforehand.
How long do you think we should get to know a person before we get in a relationship with them?
I think you should know somebody well enough to know how they would handle a situation, as far as like, I'll put it this way. My husband, before we got together, it was his ex-wife showed up at the front door after she was out drinking. She showed up with her boyfriend.
Wow.
She showed up with her boyfriend drunk.
Mhm.
And with her best friend and her boyfriend, and thought she was going to be able to come into the house while all of the kids were in the house sick.
Mhm.
And my husband just straight up said, no, you can't do that. It's when you watch them handle heavy situations
Okay.
Yeah.
that require a lot of thought and a lot of like the heavy stuff, that you know how a person's going to be deep down.
Okay. Okay. And Delia, you're welcome to join in whenever you have any questions.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to be rude and
No, and that's the thing that we're a new show with new co-host, and we have to figure out how to jump in and let the other person ask questions. We haven't figured it out
I'm
yet.
gonna take over and this is my show. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
No, we just want to make sure that we go back and forth. I'm not sure.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, do you believe and do you think about and my thing is like you just said, respect. Once you respect, respect goes a long way.
Yes.
And that means like when you're arguing, decisions making with your kids, you respect each other, like giving each other the same, you ask him, he asks you. Do you believe in that? Because I think that is a big factor, that respect and communication. What do you think about that?
When me and my husband make decisions about anything, we'll sit down and talk about that decision before we make it.
Right.
We'll sit down as a couple and we'll talk about it before we talk to the kids about it. And every situation, it doesn't matter whether it's about money or about what we do with the household
Yeah,
or
exactly.
anything, we will sit down as me and him and we will discuss it and how we think it will affect our family before we go and speak to our children. And then we will ask them honestly how they feel about the situation, because we want to know honestly how they feel, because we respect their opinion and how they feel.
Right.
Like before we moved to Georgia, it was because my husband was able to transfer here for a job. We sat down with our kids
Oh.
and said, this is what dad could do. How do you guys feel about it? And they all gave us their input. And that's one of the reasons why we were able to move here and we felt comfortable moving here, is because our kids all said, okay, let's go. And that's the only reason why we did the move, was because our kids were okay with us doing that move.
That's nice.
I think that's wonderful. And I think that's what I'm trying to, let my two sons know about. That's the big factor, I think, is communication and respect.
You have to respect your partner and you have to respect your children also. You have
Yes, in their opinion. Yeah.
you have to bring your children into the situation, because they are part of this situation. They're not just a bystander. They are part of it, and they have to have their say so, because if not, they're left feeling vulnerable and they're left feeling like you don't care about their feelings.
That's true, because I used to be a
That's-
family support specialist, and my mentor,
Really?
she told me that the car is not my car. It's your daughter's car as well, because they all live in the same household. So it's a shared
Right.
ride. So I thought that was really nice. I always thought, like, we're so used to like running the house. That's my car. This is my car. But it was nice to think like, okay, yeah, I get that's true. They are part of the
It's
house.
for my kids, right?
A different way to look at it. I thought that was
Yeah. And I wanted to ask another question.
Go for it.
How long did it take you for you and him to move in with each other?
That's a
How
funny
long did-
story. We were only dating for maybe a month before I ended up moving in with him. But the only reason I ended up moving in with him was because my mother had kicked me out.
Oh,
My mother was moving in
sorry.
with grandmother, and because my grandmother had dementia, and she looked at me straight in the eye and she goes, I'm moving in with your grandmother. I don't know where you're going,
Oh my God.
but you can't
Oh.
stay here.
Wow, that's horrible.
So I
Oh.
called him and said, I don't know where I'm going to go. She wants to ship me off to Idaho. That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to ship me to a homeless shelter in Idaho with my
Oh.
children by myself, with no money and nothing. She wanted to ship me there so she could potentially move there later. And that's what she wanted to do. And I'm just like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
horrible.
moving with 3 kids by myself to another state. Not happening.
Mhm.
So my husband at the time, he goes, you're moving in with me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Bring your stuff to my house.
Wow.
That's so nice. I've heard another lady friend said the same thing. I'm like, those really are what's it called, a knight in shining armor? The ones who
Really?
Yeah, my other girlfriend too. She moved in with
But
her
the
husband.
kicker was is that his ex-wife was still living there.
Oh God. That's when it gets interesting.
Yeah. His ex-wife lived with us for almost a year after that.
Wow.
Wow.
I've heard a story like that too, so it's not the first time I've heard of that.
He was trying to show his kids that he respected their mother
Mhm.
enough to let her live there, until she broke the rules and she tried to play him and steal his money. And then he said it was enough.
Wow.
Yeah. At least he was trying to be nice and help her.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Thank you. Yes. Very.
He
Yeah,
tried.
yeah. You keep the rates going up with all those unique situations.
My life has been interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is. So Cindy's a very interesting person all the way around. What do you enjoy about being a stay-at-home mom?
I have enjoyed being able to watch my kids grow. I've been able to watch my stepkids grow. I've been there from the point where my stepkids were itty bitty. My stepdaughter was 5 and my stepson was 1.5 years when I moved in with them. So they were little, and I was able to be there and watch them grow and virtually be a big part of their lives.
That's beautiful.
It is, like, because life is so short. These jobs.
It is.
Very good stepmother. Wow.
Hi.
And they don't have any biological kids together either, just so you guys.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at first I thought they did, but she said no. As the mother of a special needs child, what is your support system? Because we always hear about like how we could support our children, but who is your support system?
I haven't really had a support system through all of it. It's been virtually me, really. We found out early on that my stepson was special needs because when I first moved in, he didn't talk.
Oh,
He grunted and he screamed, and that was as far as his verbal skills went. A lot of it was due to his mother not teaching him and forcing him to put a pacifier in his mouth. She would shove him in a room with a gate and throw food at him over the gate. She wasn't taking care of him. She was horrible to him. So when I first moved in, I took away the gate, I took away the pacifiers, and I started teaching him how to talk.
Yeah. No wonder why he's not with
bless your heart.
And he's developmentally delayed, and he has had a hard time. He doesn't quite understand right from wrong. So his development has been very difficult to navigate sometimes, especially when he does things wrong, getting him to understand that what he's doing is not okay and that he needs to stop and think about other people's feelings, and getting him to respect other people has been a big feat, because he has a very hard time even with that. Even at almost 12 years old, he still has a very hard time with that.
Does he have a very interesting hair color right now?
No, that's Elijah.
Okay, my good. Okay, so I haven't met this child then.
No, he'll come over, and he was running across the screen hoping that you wouldn't see him. He plays.
Oh, okay. So I haven't met him yet.
He'll play peekaboo with you. One day you were doing stuff and he'd pop up over my shoulder when he doesn't think you're looking, and
how cute.
He's a little blonde haired boy.
Okay. If you guys want to meet Cindy's kids, sometimes she's on Vigo. She's a live streamer. So that's why I know Cindy's some of Cindy's kids.
Isn't she on Polka too?
Cindy's life every day.
Not anymore.
Oh, you were on Polka.
I was for a while, yeah.
Okay. A lot of people have children with special needs, and I know some of my friends, they go to like a psychiatrist for their children, psychologist. Am I saying that right? Psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist.
Sometimes there's online support groups. Have you looked into anything like that?
I've been to different online support groups. There was one that I went to for a long time when he was little, because I had a hard time dealing with the different things, like he bit people for a very long time. And he would pinch, and I had a really hard time dealing with that, because it was hard not getting mad at him, because he doesn't quite understand that's not something he should be doing, because he'd get so mad that was his way of showing you he was mad. Instead of verbalizing it, he would lash out physically. And he still kind of does that. It's just a little bit different. It's not with pain, but he'll scream. So it was my way of trying to handle that when he was little. It's a little bit easier now to handle it, but I don't do that now. that he's a little bit older, because me and my husband talk more about it now than when he was little.
Okay. Yeah, that could be very difficult. I worked with special needs children before as a substitute teacher, and a lot of them do have outbursts. And you usually hear the parents complain like, "Oh, another kid bit me." So it's difficult to be the parent that has to deal with the child that's actually biting somebody.
Luckily, I haven't had to deal with any of that in school.
Okay.
Luckily, he knows how to handle himself in school, and he kind of keeps to himself in school, but at home, it's a totally different story.
I'm surprised, because usually the kids are scared of their parents and act up at school. So
That's a totally different thing at school. He's quiet and reserved at school, but at home, it's a totally different ballgame.
that's funny.
Is he autism?
They say that he's on the very low spectrum, but they can't tell us exactly how far it goes. They said they probably wouldn't know until he was a little bit older. They said that he is functioning now.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Delia too. I guess Delia, you could share about your book.
Well,
You have
the reason I was asking because I have a granddaughter who was born autism, and as us, we didn't know what it was. We were uneducated, but I went and had her diagnosed at 2 years old, and things happened, and she got adopted. But I had wrote a book for autism kids, about them and trying to educate the parents and caregivers and, like us who don't know anything about autism, for them to get more educated, and for a child to feel more comfortable in his skin or her skin, So
they did use the word autism at the very beginning. They said if it was possible, it was a very low spectrum. Low spectrum. It wasn't enough to say anything. They did say that he had a sensory disorder, a few sensory disorders.
Yeah, because sensors.
He has a really bad problem with loud noise. I can't give him haircuts. When I have to give him haircuts, I have to use the clippers, and I have to take it and do it under 5 minutes, or he will literally break down and have a fit. And still at the age of almost 12, it's hard to.
It's gonna be, if you continue doing it, he'll get used of it. And the reason I say this is because my granddaughter, I used to get her hair done and she would scream her lungs out, right? But now that she's with other people, she's like more calm now. So I guess sometimes as they get older.
I think it's the fact that he won't let me give him any other type of haircut. He won't let scissors next to his head, so I have to use the clippers.
Yes. Yeah.
So it has to be one of those really quick haircuts where it's buzz really quick and be over with, and he has to be on his way or it won't happen at all.
Yeah.
Do they have any program, do you guys know any programs where they will come in and relieve the parents to give them like a break or two? Or?
They do.
Okay. How do you get that service? Does anyone know?
I have no clue.
Okay, I can help you with that. Being when I had my granddaughter, thinking I was going to, keep her and raise her, it's called the Regional Center. And there's one in every state.
Okay.
And it helps you with, take him there, let him know, you think you might be autism or low, the different levels of spectrums that they are. And that they will have somebody tell them, like there's even in-home supported services that you can get help. Having him, they can help you with all kinds of services, even a relief. But the regional centers have a lot of help for parents who have kids disabilities.
Okay.
Yeah, please look into that.
Definitely.
Yes.
A lot of parents, they need a release.
Yeah.
Great. Do your teenage children listen to your advice on dating?
Yeah, I think so. To a point. I mean, as much as some teenage kids will listen to a parent. I think they have to learn from experience. But I do tell them that dating at a young age is not really healthy for your brain because your brain's not
Right.
fully developed yet.
True.
And you're not ready to have that part of yourself opened up yet because you're not ready for it.
Amen.
I've already told my kids that if they can't handle their grades in high school, that they're not allowed to date.
That's good.
That's good.
So if they can't handle their grades and keep them up, then they're not allowed to date anyways, and they have to be over the age of 16.
Okay. That makes sense. Like if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of a partner?
Exactly.
Mhm.
And if I notice something that's not going on, because I know that my children have dated, if I notice something that's not healthy that's going on, I will stop the relationship myself.
Okay. Good for you and your child. I forgot to ask you this question. Do you have any advice on raising special needs children?
You have to take it slow, moment by moment. You can't push things along. You can't make things happen that you want to happen quickly because
Right.
they don't happen that way.
Okay.
You have to take things moment by moment, and sometimes it's a repetitive moment that you go over 1,000 times to get it right.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. I know. Children are difficult sometimes. What are some things about your children that bring you the most joy or laughs?
Their uniqueness. Each one of my kids are unique in their own special way. Eli is like the class clown. He will make jokes until the day is done. He will sit there and try to make you laugh. And it's just, that is his one thing that he does all day long. If he notices you're down, he'll come in and try to make you laugh. Harmony, she'll come in and like headbutt you and make funny noises. Emily, this sounds really weird, she'll bite you.
We got headbutting, biting.
Headbutting, biting. It's not really a hard bite, but she'll come up and just Riley will poke his head around the corner and just kind of look at you like, what you doing, Mom? He'll just kind of poke his head around the corner. And if you don't notice him at first, he'll continue to just poke his head around the corner.
Like
They
a
each
giraffe?
have their own little quirks that just, when they notice that something's wrong,
Yes, kids feel it.
they feel it, and they'll do their own
do.
little thing that'll
Aw.
make you laugh.
They
My
will.
oldest is the most straightforward because he's known me the longest. He will just come straight up doing his he does the thing where he walks kind of like I call it schlunking. He'll kind of do this thing where he goes like this.
Oh my goodness.
And I call it schlunking because he goes
Bless his heart.
and he's a big boy. He's 6'6".
Wow.
He's just a big boy. So watching a big boy do this, coming to
How
hug
old
his
is he?
mother, he's 22. So watching him come do this to hug me when he sees that I'm upset, it's just hilarious. And it just makes me laugh every time.
How does his head hit the ceiling in the house? No? Okay, higher than that. Okay, good.
Bless their hearts though, right? Our kids.
Oh, they always make me smile. They always found ways.
Yeah.
It's fun. How do you teach your children how to handle bullies that may ask you rude questions?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, we still get bullied as adults too.
I have always told my kids from the beginning of time to always be yourself, because when I was younger, I was always told to be what everybody else wanted you to be. I was always told to fit in the box that everybody else wanted you to fit in. And that never sat right with me.
Wow.
It always bothered me that people wanted you to conform to what they wanted you to be. So growing up, I always told my kids to be who you want to be and be who you are. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else,
Right.
it shouldn't matter. And if somebody is saying something rude to you or mean to you, it's because they're not happy themselves.
Oh yeah, that's so
And
true.
you should just not listen to what they have to say because they're just hurting themselves.
That's true. That's when I worked for Disney, one of my supervisors said that they must have not come from a very happy household or something. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. That's true. It's a good way to look at it. It's probably very true too.
Because those people who are out hurting other people are usually the ones that are being hurt the most at home, sadly.
True.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You have another one, Delia?
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
How long have you been making these beautiful jewelry? I mean, I went on your page and I'm like, oh my goodness.
I've made jewelry on and off.
So creative.
I've made
The
jewelry
jewelry.
on and off for years, but I've only been like focusing on it solely for the last 6 months.
And did you okay, so and then also your soaps and your beautiful cutting boards.
I'm getting
How
one of
did
the
you
cutting board, by the way.
yeah,
I am
she's got
thirsty.
one now too. How do you make all that like that? Just, where do you find that time with the kids and
My kids actually help me do some of it. They actually
oh, wonderful.
I'll ask their opinion on different things.
Wow.
They'll put forth their 2 cents. They'll be, Mom, you should move this
Really?
here. Mom, you should do this. And they'll help me with things. Like
Bless
my
their
daughter
heart.
helps me make soap. My oldest daughter helps me make soap.
What?
My Eli will help me do things with resin. He loves the resin. He loves to create things with the resin. He thinks it's awesome.
I love that.
They're
Your kids
beautiful.
are creative. I mean, I'm not even going to call them step kids. You just have them all like,
My daughter
know.
Emily, who's about to be 16, she'll come in and make keychains with me because she likes to use the flowers and the
I
resin.
love the flowers you have.
And I can get them involved. The only one that won't do anything with me is my special needs son, Riley.
Oh, okay.
He's too involved in his video games to not want to do anything with anybody.
Yeah,
It's
they're in their own
okay.
world.
Maybe eventually.
In his
Yeah.
own world right now.
He once he gets to do something, whether he's playing with toys or playing with the video games, he's off in his own little world and there's no getting to him.
That's kids for you. Well, that's
Pretty
good.
much.
I love your jewelry.
Thank you.
And where do we go to purchase? Because I was trying to go to, if you had a link or anything, or
I am working on a website still. That is going to be a little bit of time before I'm able to release it
do we
because
message? People can
I've got
message.
some personal stuff going on. But people can message me through
Okay, I'll be one of them.
Instagram. You can message me through Instagram if you see something that you like.
I did. Yeah.
I have
Beautiful.
a Facebook page. I think they're connected. You can message me through Instagram and Facebook. I
Okay.
also have a Clapper account. And then have the Big O account.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Great.
how I was able to get some stuff from her. Was like off of her Instagram or watching her go live, so you can see actually some of the items she has.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I went
And
on your
her
Instagram
Facebook.
page.
They are.
Beautiful jewelry.
Thank you. There's
Very,
stuff
very
that I was trying to
artistic.
post the other
Very
day, but I
talented.
wouldn't post it.
Very talented. I love it. I love it all.
Me too.
I don't have another question. You have any more, Spice?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of them.
Oh, look at her.
How do you and your husband handle arguments?
Oh, that's a good one.
Believe it or not, me and my husband don't really argue very often.
Really?
In the almost 11 years that we've been together, we've only fought a handful of times. And it's been over really major things. And we usually handle arguments by, if we get to the point where we're arguing over it, we'll go our separate ways. We'll take separate spaces we'll cool off. And once we have a cool head, we'll come back and talk about it and actually talk about it and not argue over it, because it's not worth arguing over.
That's good. 'Cause other
I think
people,
that's how we've kept from having a lot of fights, because fights aren't really worth it when you're married. You need to find a way to communicate without fighting with each other.
yep. So everyone who's watching, hopefully you jot that down. Take some notes, including myself. Uh, any advice for women dealing with partners who are alcoholic?
That's a hard one. My husband has only been sober for 3 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. It took me crying and telling him that I couldn't handle it anymore
Yeah.
to get him to quit. I told him that he could either have the alcohol or he could have me. It was shortly after we moved here to Georgia. I just finally said, I can't do this anymore. It's either that or it's me. Because he quit for a little bit and then he started drinking again. I think it's putting yourself first. If you can't truly love yourself enough in a relationship and say, I can't do this to your partner, and they can't listen to you, and then it's not worth being there for.
Totally agree. And Dahlia's been sober now
16 years and a half. It'll be 17 in July.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And like you said, it had to be, I had to think of myself for once. I've always put everybody, like us women do, we put everybody first. That time I had to do me first.
You have to think of yourself first.
Yes.
Can I do this?
That's the only reason why I'm continuing doing that and keeping on my path. And you keep a small circle, you're all, I have to be around everybody who's happy to see me. That's why I love Spice. She lights me up. She's my motivator.
She's amazing.
Sometimes agitator without trying. I don't try to agitate Dahlia, but I do.
She's always, makes me feel good about myself, and she motivates everybody.
Yeah.
And I love
like
that.
A slave driver sometimes. I don't try to be it, but I
people to be around. Yeah. So congratulations to your husband. That's fantastic.
I'm proud of him. He said that I asked him that question. I was sitting there on the bed and we were talking. When I got the questions, I said, do you want me to keep that out? And he goes, no. He goes, that's a big part of our story. And he goes, if that's something that you feel like you need to talk about, go ahead. It goes, that's part of us. And that's something that you had to live through also, not just me.
Bless his heart.
Plus it helps other people too.
We did a lot of it from the kids. The kids didn't see a lot of it. The kids didn't see the after hours that I handled when they went to bed. The kids didn't see the bad things. They saw him get a little drunk, but they would go to bed before it got really bad.
Yeah. The mothers see it.
I saw the bad stuff. They saw the kind of drunk dad. I saw the really drunk dad. And so he goes, no, that's part of our story. Don't leave it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And plus I think that helps other people who are dealing with alcoholism.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends, family members that are struggling with it. So maybe your story will help others. Just like Dahlia's.
Yes.
What are some reasons that you decided to marry your husband?
He made me laugh.
Okay.
Everybody that sees us together says that we are the male and female version of each other. We can finish each other's sentences. And we are a lot alike in the aspect of our personalities. And when we get together and we are doing things together, like we'll cook together and we'll do things in the yard together, and people are just like, you guys are each other's equivalent.
Oh.
That's wonderful.
That is.
It just, with him, everything clicked into place. There was just no guessing. It was just there.
Nice.
It wasn't hard. It wasn't forced. It was just there. So it wasn't a hard decision when he asked me to marry him. And the funny thing is he asked me to marry him through Taco Bell packets.
What?
I still have the picture. It's a picture. We sat at Taco Bell one morning after we took the kids to school. And it's a picture of the lineup of the Taco Bell packets. And at the very end, it says, "Marry me." And
What?
I looked up at him and I said, "Are you serious?"
Heart.
I said, "Are you serious?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I want to marry you." Because before this, he told me he never wanted to get married again.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He told me he was never, ever, ever getting married again. And he was never getting married again after what his ex-wife put him through.
Did the package says, "Will you marry me" on it, or did he spell it
It
out
said, "Marry me."
on the
I'll
package?
find the picture and I'll show you so you can
Yeah, we'd love
with this.
Really?
that.
Ah,
I'm gonna go
It
drop that
did.
packet in somebody's.
Space, go to Taco Bell. We're gonna go to Taco Bell.
But
wonder
that
if they
was
still
when
have those
Taco
that
Bell
say-
started putting the little sayings on the Taco Bell packets, and it was just the little word out things, and I was
Isn't that
surprised
sweet?
because I had
cute.
resigned myself to just be with him for the rest of my life because he said he
Right.
never wanted to get married again,
That's
and
sweet.
I was just shocked.
That's so cute.
Fantastic.
I wonder if they still say that on the packages. You
They
know?
do.
Okay.
They do.
Yeah, me and Dahlia, we're gonna go get some
actually
packages.
might
We're gonna
have
go
off
sit
at
at
some
separate
cutie's
tables.
house.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop them off on the cutie's door. Will you marry me? I'll
might
be a
have
taco.
one.
No, just like
I got some Taco Bell packets right here. I actually might have one.
okay.
Let's
sure.
see.
Oh, I didn't even know we did that.
Yeah, see, they've got
forgot
little
that.
sayings on them. Every once
Must
in a while I
my
can find
sons to
them.
go. Oh,
Get us some, huh? Probably because I'm nearsighted and never see.
I never seen it.
I'm usually
Oh,
going through
no.
the drive-through, like throwing them on my taco and rolling out.
These ones don't have it on there, but see, they have little sayings on there.
Oh,
Oh,
spoil alert. Okay.
cute.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
send my oldest son to Taco Bell.
Heck yeah, I love me some Taco Bell.
But yeah, the one said "marry me," and it's just I was floored.
Isn't that cute?
That is
How
really, really cute.
romantic.
That's so cute.
And I loved it because it wasn't anything showy. It wasn't anything over the top because we weren't that way. That's not how our relationship was.
Mhm.
So
It's simple,
It
to
worked.
the point, and it was unique.
It's cute.
That is cute. So, do you believe in divorce?
when it's warranted, yes.
Okay.
The only way that I would ever leave my husband and divorce him is if he cheated on me.
Okay. What if he started drinking again? Would you divorce him then?
Probably.
Okay.
I think that's the only other reason, if he started drinking again.
Or if he beat on you, right?
Well, yeah, but he's never done that. So I'm not too totally concerned about that one.
But those 3 reasons.
Those 3 are the
I
only
always have
reasons
to
why I
ask
would leave
people, do you believe in
somebody.
divorce? Because some people are like no to divorce altogether. So I'm just curious.
I would divorce him if he was hurting me or drinking again or cheated on me. Those are like the only reason why I would divorce somebody, because I'm not the cheating type. I'm not that kind of person, and I'm so in love with my husband that there's no reason as to why I would leave him for that reason.
Okay. What is one household chore that you don't like doing?
Laundry.
Laundry. Okay.
I hate laundry, especially when you have 7 people in one household.
Yeah, that's a lot.
The amount of
Oh,
laundry.
wow.
We lived in an apartment once that was a 3-bedroom apartment. So we had 3 kids in one room and 2 in one. And then there was me and my husband. We had to have a portable washer, and I had to hang everything all up to dry. And let me tell you,
Oh,
I hated it.
That's a lot.
The worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I hate laundry.
Yeah, a lot of, yeah. Laundry doesn't bother me unless I have to go to the laundromat, and that pisses me off. I'm like, oh my God, I could be doing something
That
else.
was to keep from going to the laundromat because they had washers and dryers in the apartment, but they smelled so
Ugh.
bad. And I
Oh,
refused to go in there.
Yeah, we don't want to use that one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. What type of jobs have you worked at in the past that you are happy you no longer work there?
When I was 25, I worked at an old folks home. I worked in their kitchen.
oh.
That was a fun one.
Mm.
Then about 6 years ago, I worked in a rat breeding facility.
Mhm. You didn't like that one, huh?
It was okay until I got bit.
Oh, hell no. I didn't think about that.
Oh, the rat held on and didn't want to let go.
Oh, yeah, that's
My
scary.
boss had to pry the rat off my hand.
Oh my God.
It was bad.
It didn't have any infections or anything like.
No, it was an FFA like facility. So they were all clean rats. So there was nothing that the rat could give me, but it was still just bleh.
You know why I
I had to
bit
clean
you?
the cages.
You had to do what?
I cleaned the cages for the
Okay,
rats.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's
I
that's
picked
why.
all the rats up by their tails.
Oh no.
The baby rats, I picked them up one by one because they were cute. But the adult rats, I picked them up by their tails because if
Oh
not,
my
they would bite you.
goodness.
I've never seen one of those facilities out here or anything.
I
or ever
worked there
heard
for
about them.
6 months.
Oh yeah, that's a hard job. I was taking care of cats and dogs, and I like to do it sometimes too, but not when I'm repeatedly having to clean up after them. I'm like, nah, this is when it's gonna be too much for me. You can only do that so much, and you're like, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah, it conflicted too much of schedules.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have date night? You and your
that's
husband,
a
I know
good
with the kids and
question.
all.
When we have money for it, we do.
Okay, that's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
When we can afford it and slip it in there, we do.
right.
If not, we'll have like date night after the kids go to bed and we'll sit and have dinner together, like at home, where
Oh,
it's just me and him, where we'll sit and eat dinner and we'll talk.
yeah,
We'll make it work where we're at home and we can do that when we can't go out and do things, or we'll go for a drive, or we'll go
that's
grocery
great.
shopping together and we'll do things like that.
Okay, that's nice to get out the house too sometimes. That's a good question, Delia.
Thank you.
As a former cosmetologist, what was your favorite type of job to do?
I liked the razor cuts. They were my favorite.
Uh-oh. Is that where you use a thing that's like opens like this? Oh yeah, that'd be kind of scary for me.
Great. I used to love to use the razor.
Oh yeah. That razor looks kind of scary. You know which one she's talking about, Delia?
No, I don't.
It's like a
It's
long
the same. It's kind of like the same ones that you would use to shave somebody.
Oh,
It's a flat razor. It opens up and you hold it.
She's all laughing. I'd be scared.
They're my favorite. I have one still.
Uh-oh, if they get out of line, we know where she's going.
I've actually shaved my husband's head with it.
Ooh. Yeah, those things are scary looking, Delia, but I guess if you know what you're doing, you won't be scared.
My husband trusts me with it.
Oh wow.
okay.
That's why he doesn't get out of line. No, just playing. No, you got to see one of those, Delia. I
Pull a Sweeney Todd on him.
Yeah, those things are huge. They're like kind of big, right? Like this.
Oh, here, I'll pull it out. Just a second.
Yeah. Okay. So she's gonna show you,
Oh,
Delia, so you get an
wow.
idea. She does nails too.
Really?
Yeah, her nails that she has on right now, she did her own nails.
Wow. Jack of all trades.
Yeah, she does a lot of different. And then her daughter does tattoos too.
I'll see here. I think I still have it. Oh, yep, here it is. Right on top.
Oh yeah. So
Oh, look at that. Huh.
Say something, Cindy, because if not, it goes to us. Say
It's
something
a
about the
flat
razor.
blade that comes out. It's a little, this one's old.
Oh,
This one's from my cosmetology. This was from school days. This is my old one. I need to buy a new one though.
Mm.
and then you shaved the head with that, right?
Yep.
Their heads.
But you can also cut hair with it.
Oh, okay.
Do you do their beard too? I thought guys get their beard done with that.
I
Or-
can cut beards with it too.
Okay. Okay. That's what I was wondering.
Interesting.
So what inspired you to create your own business?
My husband works his butt off, and I wanted to do something to help because he always feels like he has to work all this overtime. And my thought was, if I could do something to help to keep him at home a little bit more, maybe he could work less.
Then that's sweet.
Okay.
Maybe
Wow.
he could help me at home a little bit with the stuff that I had here, but he would still be at home.
Okay. Yeah, and I was looking at your pictures. I'm like, oh my goodness, you have a lot of professional equipment over there. It's not
Yeah,
like
I
no
saw.
little rinky dinky stuff. Like my stuff is like beginner stuff. She has a whole. I don't. How would you say it? Whole
I have a
collection
whole bunch of
items. Yeah, it looks
I have
really
a whole bunch of
professional
stuff,
looking.
but it's in a small little space in my bedroom.
Yeah, she has a lot of professional looking items in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
they look like stores, like you bought them from a department store. What kind of items do you sell?
I sell a variety of things from jewelry to candles, soaps. I have novelty items. I have self-defense items.
Really?
Mhm.
Yes.
She's sending me some, Delia. You need to get
Wow.
you need to get some too.
I have these. My kids call them kitty nucks.
Those are so cute.
They come in a keychain. They're little
Oh, how
kitty,
cute. I need one of those. Me and Spice. Yeah.
Just send me one and my daughter one.
little kitty knuckles. And then I also have these that have the double. I have the double.
I like those.
And then they also have the one that has the single knuckle, but they all are keychain. So they can go on your keychain. So you always
Isn't
have them
that
with you.
cute?
But then I also have the full size brass knuckles
Wow.
in those ones. And then I also have the spiked version.
I think I'm gonna start like attaching some to my pants because sometimes people grab stuff out of your hands too. Like,
Yeah.
have one
Right.
on my keychain and one in my pocket or something. Do you
But
have,
I
your
also
little,
have,
do you have that little spear thing still?
yeah, I got it somewhere. I just didn't
Okay.
bring it out. I didn't think I would need that one. I have long pokers that are about
Pokers.
yay long.
Oh,
Yeah, she
that
has a
you
lot
can
of
hold
cool
and put on
items.
a keychain also.
Hmm. And she makes coasters. I bought some
I
coasters.
do.
Beautiful coasters. Purple and gold one.
wow. Beautiful.
Yeah,
I
they
have
match
this.
my background back here.
I have this that I'm sitting here. This little tray that I
Ooh.
made the other day.
Oh, now I
Oh,
can see it really good.
wow.
You know, on Bigo, you can't see it that big. Now it looks
That's beautiful.
It's huge. My husband said it looks like cotton candy.
Oh, it's so pretty. I love the color she used.
And he helps you do that cutting and all that?
He made we made together a chessboard. I don't have them in here. We made a checker and chessboard together.
Oh, I see.
I
part of
posted
it.
them on Instagram
Yeah,
because I make
beautiful.
the chess pieces and checkerboard. I made the chess and checker pieces. I posted all that on Instagram. I can make
And
the
tic-tac-toe too, right?
That's beautiful.
Tic-tac-toe. It looked like tic-tac-toe.
I also
the
tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
also
she
can
does-
make tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, she has all kinds of cute items. What make your items and decorations different from the items that you see at the department store?
I make a lot of the stuff with heart. I make a lot of it because I care about what I'm making. I put heart and thought into everything that I make. I don't just throw it together. Everything I do, I make sure that I ask them every aspect of what they want. Like with your coasters, I asked your colors and how you wanted it designed, and if you wanted it glow in the dark and all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that it's exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I put myself into every piece that I make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her items are custom, like
I love it.
color you like, whatever shape you like. They are very beautiful. One of a kind. What materials do you work with the most?
Usually resin. I work with a lot of resin.
What is that?
A 2-part epoxy resin.
Like, is it kind of like plastic?
Like glass?
No, it comes
Oh,
big old things like this. There's a part A and a part B.
tabletop partner.
Yep.
Oh,
Beautiful though. I love, it's like amazing what she can do. I'm like,
This is all food grade. So the cutting boards that I make with it are food grade. So if you use it for food, it won't do anything to affect your food that you cut on it. If
really?
you use it as a tray for something, like if you use it for a food tray, it doesn't affect your food. I always try to make sure that when I'm doing something that it won't affect anything that you may put on it.
Oh, wow.
like cheese or drinks or anything
Yeah.
like that. Or little meats and stuff.
Yeah.
Or vegetables. Does it take a long time to make your items?
Some of them take longer than others. The resin usually takes 48 to 72 hours to fully cure.
Okay.
So it can take time to make them, and some of them take more than one layer to fully get them done.
Okay. Is your store online, or can people pick up items from you directly as well?
If they were in Georgia, I'd be more than fine with meeting somebody and dropping things off. But so far it's all been online.
Okay. Do you sell your items at events?
I was planning on this summer going to like flea markets and stuff like that.
That would
So
be great.
we're still planning on trying to do that this summer.
Okay, because I'm thinking about doing the same thing. There's farmers markets, and then there's also like strawberry festivals where you can sell your items at too. Like maybe
Yeah.
make some items that are shaped like strawberry. Just an example. I'm just
Well, I
not
was
trying to
planning
do
on
it.
taking some of my stuff and like doing custom like jewelry work while I was sitting there while people walked around the flea market,
Oh,
where they could
Yeah,
pick
nice.
out their pendant that they wanted, and I could make their jewelry while they walked around.
Okay, great. That's
I
a great
couldn't do
idea.
resin work while they were doing that, but I could do the bead work.
Okay, that'd be beautiful. To do at an event. What do you like most about being a live streamer host?
Meeting people has been interesting.
Mhm.
Being able to get outside myself, because I'm normally a very closed in person. I'm normally very shy. So it's made it so I can talk to people and I don't feel like I have to be so closed off, but I can still be myself and feel comfortable.
do you think,
Go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Do you think you'll work with crystals?
I actually have some crystal work. One of the bracelets that I sent Spicy has crystals on it.
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
love
haven't
crystals.
got a chance to wear that.
Okay.
Good
But yes,
question.
I do work with crystals. Some of the necklaces that I have, some of the bracelets that I have crystals on them.
Oh, wow. And oils also? Are you doing oils? You make your own oils?
The soaps that I make have
Oh,
oil
okay.
in them.
Wow.
Yeah,
Lucky
I was
Spice.
using her soap the other day. Cinnamon. It smells like horchata almost. What is it? Cinnamon and what's cinnamon?
I
Cinnamon and
need
coffee.
some.
Smells so good. Delia, well, you better talk to Cynthia
I
G.
am.
It's cinnamon and coffee.
Yeah, so good. Smells like horchata.
Cinnamon and coffee. Oh my.
It almost smells like a dulce de leche almost.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be on me today because I smell good. It smells so good. So, do you think people under 18 should be allowed on live streams?
No,
Not after what we've seen.
no. I don't
think
believe-
We can barely handle it ourselves as grown women.
I don't believe children under the age of 18, because that's what they are. They're children, should be
Yeah.
allowed to be anywhere near some of the things that we have seen
Yeah.
on those sites. Not a chance.
So speaking of sites, which sites do you usually stream on?
I have Clapper and then I have the Big O, and those are usually the only ones besides Instagram and Facebook that I go anywhere near.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask next. Where can viewers go to learn more about you?
Those ones,
Okay,
Clapper, Big O, Facebook, and Instagram.
what name are they searching for on there?
Mama Cindy's Jewels
Jewel.
and Gifts.
Okay, great. Dale, you have any more questions for Cynthia?
I just wanted to say it was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope I see more of you on social media.
It was a pleasure
We
meeting
made
you
that
too.
picking square coming June.
Yes, I need to
know,
start
and-
posting more.
And I would love hint maybe a soap or an earring, or
I just
you don't know
got
Spice now, you know me now.
I just got these today. They're soaps. They're little rubber ducky
Oh.
soaps.
They're so cute.
Oh my God, Spice, look.
I know, they're so cute.
Oh,
To
don't
go
show
with-
that to her.
They're to
Cynthia,
go with
oh.
our little
Duck.
bathtub.
Oh yeah, show.
To
Get
go with our
out
little
of here.
bathtub. Got little rubber ducky
What?
soaps.
Oh my God.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
Me
That
and my
is
daughter made those
adorable.
today.
I know, aren't they super cute?
Oh my God.
Well, you guys
I
hold
love
it
it.
down, ask a couple questions amongst each other. I'm gonna see if anyone left us a question on
Okay.
Facebook.
Do you make different little animals like cats or rabbits or?
I haven't, but I want to branch out and do that. I do make little keychains of little teddy bears. I'm sure I could make little soaps out of them too.
Oh, that is cute.
have
That is
different-
adorable.
When I make because I make different colored like little bathtubs, and when
Oh
I
my
have
God.
when I have
Look at that.
leftovers, I usually take what's left over and make a little teddy bear keychain
Oh,
for
do
whoever
you?
the bathtub is for. Because I don't want to waste the resin, so I usually I'll send the bathtub to the person, and then I'll send with them the little keychain as a bonus gift to go with it. So this is the bathtub that I made. That
Beautiful.
All those colors.
that would be
Do-
the bear that would go along with it.
Reminds
Do
me
you
of
have
like a
any
parasol.
samples of earrings to show?
Oh yeah, let's see the earring.
I
Any
can pull
samples?
those out.
A gentleman by the name of Ricky Guerrero said, "What's up?" On YouTube, he said, "What's up to us, you guys?" Hey, Ricky, we're saying what's up.
Hey,
to you
Ricky.
too. Thank you for watching us. I'm gonna check our Facebook.
I've got these ones off the top. These ones are another one of those styles that I made that are like
Oh,
the
my
ones that Spicy
goodness.
has.
Love
That
it.
are with like the flowers. They're all
Oh
packaged.
dear. Wow.
Oh, we have some people sending us comments. Salmon said, "Nice interview. Hi guys." Richard said,
Hello.
"Hi."
Hi.
Pretty." He said, "Hi, pretty nice tap."
Thank you.
He said, "Be right back, ladies." Yeah, so we got people watching, dropping comments. But yeah, can we see your earrings once more? Let's show us your items. Before
What
we-
are your price ranges also for people in the audience
Oh yeah, that's
and
a
me?
good question.
who wants to know?
Just 1 second.
Okay.
I have a big old box
Beautiful.
full of stuff.
Okay, while she looks for that, you guys, this is my jelly bean outfit. Hopefully you guys follow me over on a Pokecha. I'm going to be making a jelly bean smoothie. I have some jelly beans. I want you guys to guess how many jelly beans I have in my plastic jar.
I will follow you. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. pop up on Polka and guess how many jelly beans I have in my jar. I went with a plastic jar because I'm known to drop stuff and break it. I didn't want to smash my toe. But I I'm going to be making a jelly bean smoothie. We're going to be having some jelly bean games, and we're going to be reading some jelly bean fun facts. I'm also going to be on Bigo later on. So if you guys can follow me on Polka tonight or Bigo, I'd love to see you guys there. Should be lots of fun.
I've got these ones that I made.
Oh.
Those are so pretty.
Oh.
They've got some of the jade
want one,
in
like
the
one of
bottom.
everything.
I love those.
Those are such
But I
beautiful
put
things.
with everything that I make, I put the little sticker that says "Made with Love" on all of them.
I know, I like
Oh.
it. So
How much would those be?
15.
Good price.
Ooh,
Oh,
And then
wow.
I have a necklace. Down here is a little tree of life.
Oh my
And then up
God.
here you've got earrings.
Oh
that
my
have little
God.
umbrellas.
I love that one. I want them
Wow.
all. They're so gorgeous. A tree of life. Wow.
My son actually helped me make these ones. These are ones that he actually made
Oh,
himself.
those are beautiful.
So beautiful.
I love
see
that
the
color.
mermaid one too. I was like,
Wow.
oh my God.
I
didn't
think
know
he
whether to
made
get that
these
from my
ones. If
mom
I
or
remember
myself.
correctly, my son made these ones also.
Oh, those are beautiful. I like them all.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
He's spent a lot of his time helping me with these things. I also have keychains like this that I did
Oh,
that are like
cute.
owls with
The
flowers.
owl.
Wow.
Such beautiful items.
A lot of the stuff that I made, like I made a pair of earrings like this that have flowers in the center.
Ooh.
How cute. Oh my
So-
God.
I know I'd go crazy at her house. Buying up I'll be broke in no time.
Then there's these earrings.
Whoa, these are so pretty.
Beautiful. Stunning.
I also have a whole bunch of pendants like these ones that have the resin in the center of them. And then on the outside of them, they've got different, these ones have seashells.
Oh
There's
my
some that
God.
have like little bees and then like the one that I sent you, Spicy.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that one.
Oh yeah, I love that one. I love the flowers and how it's like glossy.
Mm-hmm. I also have like these that are butterflies where I put the resin inside the center.
Oh, wow.
We're like amazed with all your beautiful artwork. You have your bracelets around? Are your bracelets in there?
Let me see. I do. I have one. I have this one right here.
Oh.
Let me take it out of the package. You can't really see it from there.
Oh my gosh, I love that tattoo you have too. I think it's like a little teapot. Checking out her tattoo.
It's a genie lamp, it looks
I
like.
love
It
my
is.
dream of genie too. Oh my gosh, those are so
That's beautiful. Oh, dear.
It opens in the back with a little rose.
Oh my gosh. Those are all beautiful. How much do those bracelets cost?
I'd probably sell them for like $10.
Oh wow.
Those are nice.
I know that'd be nice to give away as gifts and for myself. I'm always horrible. I'm like, I want one for me and one for I was like, do I buy it for them or myself? It's horrible. It's a hard decision to make.
And then I have these big keychains that are dream catchers.
Oh.
Yeah. Beautiful. Does that one
Beautiful.
glow in the dark?
This one specifically does not, but it has a diamond in the
It
center.
looks like it would with that color. Such beautiful colors.
Beautiful.
Thank you. This was the one that you were talking about, the one with the mermaid.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Those colors.
Oh.
The pendant on backwards that way. I put them all in packages because I was planning on taking them to the
Can you put that one
fair.
a little bit closer to the camera so they could see the mermaid and then mention it so that way the camera picks up your. Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh.
And I have some that are sets, and I have some that are singles. It just depends.
Oh my gosh, you got all kinds of cool stuff.
I like.
I have a question. Is your zodiac sign Aquarius or Pisces?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, I was wrong.
I'm the Pisces.
Sagittarius, really?
Yeah.
What day
The 11th.
of December?
You're like, are
I
you
like
sure that's your
those
birthday?
ones.
Beautiful. Very
Got the little
creative.
rabbit
Wow.
one.
Oh,
Beautiful. They're all beautiful. I'll just take the whole box then.
I know. Cynthia, can you show us that rabbit again and say rabbit so that way the camera picks it up?
Oh, rabbit. What?
rabbit.
That's my favorite.
Cynthia, can you say it
Where?
again? Cynthia
The
has
rabbit.
Cynthia has to say it that way the camera picks up that her.
Can you
image.
see the rabbit on this one?
Oh yes, now I see it.
Oh,
Oh, they're so cute.
And then at the bottom, it has the Queen of Hearts.
Oh
my
gosh.
God.
Yeah, we love them all.
Gee.
We're in love with them all.
It took me a lot of time to get through a lot of this.
Wow. That's amazing. Like she's while she's streaming, she's creating items. I'm like, I don't know how you focus and do it.
Sometimes it's hard, especially when you got people demanding your attention.
Yeah, that's true. It's not very easy. You guys,
Very
This one-
creative.
yeah,
This one here is a
My
bar
God.
of soap.
Oh my, that one's what?
That's a bar of soap.
Oh my gosh, I
A
thought it
bar
was
of
just-
soap.
I love
bar of
that.
soap.
I love how it's so detailed.
Look
I
at
have a
that.
candle
And
too
you
that she
drew
sent me.
that?
Isn't it beautiful?
You drew that yourself?
No, it came in a mold, but
Oh.
my gosh.
it came out as a mold.
I know you have candles like that though, right?
Yeah, I
Yes,
have one
I
of
do.
them. So beautiful.
Wow, girl.
I love how detailed it is, and a lot of people
I
like
know.
skeletons. Yeah, she has all the cool items. You guys make sure and check out Mama's Jewels and Gifts. You can find her on
Right. Mama
Facebook,
Cindy.
Instagram, and she's working on a website.
I am. As soon as the stuff that I've got going on in my personal life is going on. I mean, I've got things like this too that are like candle holders
Oh wow.
that
Oh my goodness.
that I can do also.
Beautiful.
That candle holder. Oh my
That's a
God.
candle holder.
Beautiful.
I've done them in different colors.
Oh, I'm in love. I would
I
go
did them in
Yeah.
dark
crazy at
and
your
light so you could
store.
see the difference.
Jesus, they're so pretty. Yeah,
There's a lot of detail in them too.
yeah, there is. That looks like a lot
There
of
sure is.
details, coloring,
Beautiful, girl.
images. Yeah, we love it all. Love it all. Yeah, we like all those items.
I spent a lot of time before I decided to open a business looking at the different stuff that I could do before I got to this point. And I mean, it started with just jewelry, and then I'm just like, ooh, I want to mess with resin.
Yeah, and you're doing a fabulous job with it.
My husband's just like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I'm expanding.
Yeah, you definitely are. You
He
gotta
just
make
looks
sure
at me and he
all-
goes, okay.
How did you know to find resin? And that's that clear stuff, right? How did you know to deal with that? And
I had watched a few YouTube tutorials,
okay.
and I had picked up a lot of it like through little bits and pieces on YouTube tutorials, but a lot of it is just stuff that I learned myself.
And you get the molds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They're beautiful. I love the designs that you pick
Yes,
and the
yes.
colors that you use.
The colors are what make it. If you get the right colors, you got to make sure there's no bubbles. But yeah,
And plus she uses like gold speck as well. It's not just the color. She adds like details with the glitter, which I love
I mean,
glitter.
like,
I don't know
I
about
have
you
things
guys,
like-
but I love glitter.
Wow.
I have things like jars. I can make a jar with a lid.
Look at that. Yeah.
Pretty, huh? I like an indigo color.
I can make jars with lids. I can make smaller jars. I have smaller jars that I can make. I can make Like, I have trays that I can make. I can make almost anything.
What are you
know.
making with crystals? Anything like a
She-
water thing with the crystal? I love crystals.
What-
You
what-
seen those
what's
jars
your
that have
horoscope
like
sign,
for
Dahlia?
water and has a crystal in it?
Mm.
I haven't made anything like that.
Yeah.
I have made
I love crystals. I know.
I made a cutting board with crystals on it, and I made a tree. It's not fully finished yet. It's
Okay.
filed, but you can see it.
Okay.
Wow.
What crystal is yours, Delia? What crystal?
My favorite is rose quartz, and
Well,
it's
this one-
pink.
This one has rose quartz on it.
It's a
Okay, yeah,
very
that's a
light
pretty
pink.
color.
That's my
It's not
favorite
fully
of all.
finished. I've got to finish
Oh, look at that.
filing
Oh
it.
my
But,
Yeah, that's beautiful. Rose quartz is my favorite. It's a
but
light
it's got the
pink.
grass.
It's for love,
Oh,
self-love.
you are.
I wanted to get a picture and put a picture
That's
of somebody
beautiful.
sitting under the tree, and I wanted to put another
Oh,
layer of
Can you
resin
show
on
the
top
camera
of it.
again? Delia? I mean, Cynthia. And make sure and say something. I'm sorry, you guys.
Can you see it?
Oh,
There
it's
you
beautiful.
go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But yeah, the rose quartz is in there. There's a few other stones in there, but
It's gorgeous.
That's
A pink
beautiful.
tree. I
Thank
like the
you.
pink tree. Yeah, you should get that one.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Match your hair. But yeah, those are all gorgeous, Cynthia. Cynthia
thank
G.
you.
You guys make sure and follow Cynthia G.
Yes.
She's on Bigo. What name do you have on there? Invisible.
Fantastic.
I think it's invisible right now.
Yeah, her name is Invisible. Seriously, that's what her name is. So you guys, we're gonna pop off here pretty soon. I'm gonna be on Bigo later, and I'm gonna pop on Pokecha and make some smoothies. So hopefully you guys will check me out.
I'll be on Bigo with you for a little while.
Okay. I know I gotta hit the road too. All right, everyone, make sure and follow Dahlia's a book author. Cynthia
Yoo-hoo,
G's
hey.
business is Mama Cindy, Jewels, and Gifts. I'm
Love it.
saying Mama Lucy. Mama Lucy's like waiting for her 111 gift on Pokecha. I do owe her
Oh
one.
my goodness.
She must be talking about me right now. But yes, make sure and check out Mama Cindy's Jewels and Gifts. I have her balloon up there with her name on it.
Please do. Very
Thank you,
talented
everyone.
lady, Cindy.
Thank
It
you.
was a pleasure meeting you. And
It was a pleasure
friend,
meeting
I'm your
you.
friend now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So jewelry, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Need a model for your jewelry? Just let me know, girl.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's true.
Just give me a call.
Okay.
All right, we're out of here, you guys. I'm gonna hop on Pokecha and Bigo.
All right.
Hopefully, you guys check us out. See you guys real soon. Thank you
Bye.
so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
My legs are all sweaty, you guys, from the class.
Oh.
See you guys in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye for now.